sound, syncing the sound. Good morning, guys. Paul here, Paul Phillips Fix. But you guys already knew that. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're a return viewer, thank you for your support. YouTube has an algorithm. If people don't like or subscribe, nobody knows the video's being watched, and YouTube buries you to the bottom of the barrel. So if you guys would give a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It takes a lot of effort, time, and money to make a YouTube channel. And you can unsubscribe at any time. It costs nothing, and there's no obligation. So after that, we'll get on with, I'm an Amazon affiliate. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I do put links for some of the tools and equipment I use in the video description. If you buy from there at no added cost to you, you will help support the channel because Amazon gives a small cut back to this channel. I got a 2007 BMW K1200R Sport here. It's really taken apart. I've done a lot of things to it. If you've heard this on my other videos, I'm sorry, just fast forward. If you haven't heard it, I'll tell you what I've done. One thing these vehicles, these motorcycles suffer from is a very lean running condition. Because of the emissions controls, they have it running at an extremely lean setting with the air-fuel mixture, and this is not good for the motorcycle. It causes the combustion chamber temperatures to be elevated. You get lousy idling characteristics and stumbling. So I put a booster plug in here, it's called. I'll see if I can put a link in the video where I got it. It was cheaper than the Power Commander, but does pretty much what the Power Commander does. But you can't fine-tune it the way you do the Power Commander. This is preset. So there's an air temperature sensor in your air box. It's located in the bottom of the air box here. You have to remove the tank. I did a video on that. And the booster plug plugs in series into the air temperature sensor circuit and goes to the computer. So this is the booster plug. I had to drill into the air box and put it in there. And that gives the computer a different reading than the actual air temperature, making the computer enriching the air-fuel mixture, which lowers the combustion chamber temperatures, gives the bike better idling and low RPM running characteristics. It's also supposed to improve power upon heavy acceleration and load, without great cost to the fuel efficiency. You're probably going to burn a little bit more gas, but it's better for the bike, better for you, and adds fun to the experience. I will do a video after I run it. I have not used it yet, but I'm going by what they said. If it is garbage and a waste of time, I will let you know. You'll see a video on it. I'll title it Booster Plug Trash. All right? So today, going through all these steps, I had to drain my my coolant because I had to remove the radiator. I also did spark plugs on here. I replaced the expansion tank. The other one was leaking. I got a video on that. Previously, I've done a cam chain tensioner. I put a mechanical cam chain tensioner in here. These original flat stock cam chain tensioners sucked, and it would bleed down and you could crash your valves. One of the recalls on this bike is for a jump guard. It's a plastic piece that goes around the sprocket here on your cam chain. If your bike does jump a sprocket, if your chain does loosen up, your bike can't jump a sprocket with that jump guard on there. So there's a recall on that. There's a recall on the rear hub because I believe they were aluminum and they were cracking when people over-tightened the rear wheel fasteners, the lugs. I forget what the name of them are, but they're like lug bolts, but I forget the name. Damn it. It sucks getting old, guys. You can't remember shit anymore. The wheel hub fasteners, whatever. So that's one of the recalls. Is another one on something with the fuel pump. So get those taken care of, guys. My ABS module failed. I'm not going to buy a new one from BMW. The bike is not worth what it would cost me to get a new one of those. But there is a company, something modules. I'll see if I can post that link in the description as well. All they do is ABS modules, so they'll rebuild that for me for about 200, 250 bucks. And I'll have a module that'll be as good as new. So what I wanted to show you today was purging the coolant system. So if you just fill this up with coolant, you could have air pockets in your cooling system, which could be detrimental to your engine. That could actually cause catastrophic engine failure. If you have an air pocket in your head, it overheats and warps or cracks. So the best way to replace your engine coolant is by putting a purge set on here, radiator purge set. I'm going to show it to you now. These are not that expensive. I will put a link for this as well in the video description. You can get them on Amazon. I hope I'm opening this the right way. There it is. I would have opened it upside down. So it has various different seals in here for different size radiator caps. So you put them on if you need them. If the original piece is not large enough, you can make it bigger by putting those sleeves on there. So what you do is you hook up compressed air. Even a little pancake compressor would be able to run this. You might have to do it at a couple of shots though, recharge it and start it again. So when you have the compressed air, you open it, it causes a Venturi effect, which creates a vacuum, which will suck all the air out of your coolant system. You'll actually see the radiator hoses collapse. After you do that, you hook up this hose into your coolant bottle. I prime this hose. I fill this hose up, then I put it in my coolant bottle so there's no air in it. And when you open the valve, the vacuum in your engine and coolant components will suck all the engine coolant in there, completely filling up your bike with engine coolant. One thing you're going to need is either something like a plug. You can round out a piece of dowel and plug the hose, because there's an overflow hose. I have hose pliers here. They're somewhere here. Again, getting old and can't remember shit. They're probably in my pocket. I bought a set of these. They're hose pinch pliers. There they are. They're the smaller ones. They're plastic, and they got a little clip on there so you can pinch the hose. So the overflow hose runs down here, and it's down by your center stand. If you have a center stand, you're just going to have to find out which hose it is. Mine's going to be the cleanest one because I just replaced that expansion tank. So I'm going to put this clamp on here. We're going to hook up the purge set, and we're going to evacuate all of the air in the coolant system on this bike. Okay, guys? Let me crawl under here and get the hose crimp pliers, the hose clamp pliers on there. I'm sorry I can't speak English today. Wendy thinks I might be having strokes. We're only kidding when we say that. God forbid, I hope not. That terrifies me, the thought of that and becoming disabled. All right, it's my longest hose hanging right here. I didn't clip it up here yet, did I? Yes, I did, but it's still longer. Longer is okay. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm putting this clamp on here. I don't know if that's tight enough. I might fold that hose over and clamp it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold it over and clamp it so it definitely seals it. I doubled the hose up and clamped it. I folded it and clamped it. That way I'm definitely going to get a seal on that. I don't want any air getting back in there. I have a 100 milliliter syringe that I'm going to fill up with the engine coolant. Hopefully that'll be enough to fill my hose. Probably won't be. I'll probably have to refill it and do it again. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I'm hard of hearing, and I'm used to having to yell to the GoPro mics. I want to recommend what I'm using for my sound system now. I have a Saramonics UW Mic 9 set. It's a UHF wireless mic system that has been working fantastic. I love it. The sound quality has been much improved, as long as my batteries don't die without me noticing it. So I am not getting enough coolant out of here. I went with the pretty blue like BMW runs. I was running Prestone in here before. I don't believe it will hurt it in any way, but I wanted to go with the blue because it's easier to see in the expansion tank. I have to go get a container or something. I can put, let me see if I can use one of these here. Those are for my radiator. Let me take these out of here for a second. I don't want any debris in here. Just finding the container so I can fill that syringe up with antifreeze. If you are working with the antifreeze, please be careful. This stuff is deadly to animals. It's very sweet. They love it. If you spill any, please clean it up with a hose. And don't let our little furry creature friends get poisoned by your coolant if it's laying around. Okay, guys? I would really appreciate that. The planet needs all the help it can get, guys. We're destroying it. If I thought that this booster plug was going to be seriously detrimental to the environment, I wouldn't put it on here. But I believe it's going to make very, very little difference in the emissions. All the trains and the airlines and boats are the ones that are the worst carbon emitters, CO2 gas emitters. That radiator top is tight, boy. And now the bees got to come around, the damn yellow jackets. I can't stand those things. They love to sting me. What the hell is with my radiator tap? Don't want to come off. Making sure I don't have a vacuum on there or something. Oh, it's weird. Wendy! I'm gonna go get Wendy. I'm gonna need her help maybe to fill that hose up. Wendy, I might need your help. I'm getting Wendy just in case I need help filling up that hose for the engine coolant. I don't want any air pockets in that, and it's a pain in the ass to try to prime that hose on your own. So here we go. First we hook this up. Like an air hose connector. Get my air hose line on there first, guys. Close the valve would help. What do I have, a different size fitting on here? What the hell is going on? Oh, I had different fittings on here, guys. I got to change the air hose fitting. I'm sorry. We'll be back. Okay, guys, I went and changed that fitting like I should have done before, but I didn't use this for years. I had different fittings on my hoses. So this is hooked up to the air line. You have the on and off valve here, then open and close to your cooling system. So I put the cap on. I didn't go too crazy tighten it because I don't want to crack the radiator. I'm going to open the siphon a little bit. Now I'm opening it to the cooling system. And I'm creating a vacuum. And there it goes. You see some of the old coolant coming out of the siphon. Still bringing a vacuum on it. Still bringing a vacuum on it. My radiator hoses collapsed. And we have a vacuum on there. Now you close this off. My vacuum is holding. Now I got to put the hose on to fill it. Wendy, let's do this now. Where the hell did I put the hose? I always do this. Hold this. Hook your hose up. Oh, I didn't need to take that off. This comes off. Hook your hose to here. Now I have to fill this hose up with syringe. Where's the big syringe? There we go. I'm using my big syringe. I'm going to try to fill this. Squeeze that in slow. The syringe. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hold on. I got to get this down in there. I'm going to need another one of these. Go ahead. Do it again. She's short. She can't reach. It's all right. Stop. Backing up. Getting air locked. It's getting air locked. Can you go get some more coolant in there? Is right in that bowl. I'm having Wendy get me a little more coolant there. I'm air locked here again. I want to be thorough here and get it full. That's good. You don't even need to fill it. Just a little bit more. And then I'm going to need that bottle of antifreeze over there. It's on top of the garbage can. Cap's open. Be careful. Thank you. Wendy gets nervous when she's helping me. I make mistakes. She thinks she's got to be perfect and can't make any mistakes. She'll cry if she makes a mistake. I'm being a perfectionist here, guys. Okay, my hose is full. You can throw that on the table. I still have a vacuum on my line. It did not drop at all. I have not lost any of my vacuum. I'm making sure that's in the bottom of my container. And now you just open the line. And there we go. She's filling. That fills the whole radiator system up, Wendy, with suction. Oh, I got air. Son of a bitch, I got air. You fucker. What happened? My hose came off at the bottom. Son of a bitch. I gotta put vacuum on that again. I fucked up, guys. My hose wasn't on the bottom because my hose is curled up. Let's try to do this without getting all the damn coolant out of here again now. All right, I got a vacuum on it again. Here we go again. We got to do it one more time. Fucking hose is all twisted, you know? I need a, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get a full jug of this. I'm going to get a new jug, and open a brand new one, so my hose is submerged. I'll add to that one. I'll be right back. Suggestion, use a container where you can see your hose. That way this won't happen to you. I should have did that. I didn't. I'm going to need the syringe again. I got the hose half full this time, so. Get that down in there. I think we'll do it with one syringe this time. I hope this isn't as toxic for people as it is for dogs, because I'm drinking some of this shit. Now I got a full bottle of antifreeze. I'm gonna hope to not get this out of it this time. Filling the hose up. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but hose is full again. Back in the antifreeze. Hopefully this time we won't lose it. I'm holding it to the bottom this time. All right, I opened it. Still going. I can see the needle bouncing around. Still sucking it in. Almost full. See the gauge? We dropped down to nothing. We're full. Gonna close this now. Can disconnect it. Let that drop back down into the container. I'm gonna hose over here after I'm done so no animals get exposed to any of this shit. I like to be very conscious of that. I got it, baby. I don't want you to get this shit all over you. Yeah, it's stuff water soluble. It comes right off. All right, guys, that should be full. That's how you refill your system with a radiator purge set with a mistake in there. I like to put my mistakes in my videos because it's reality. Shit happens. I got a little bit more I can add to that. I'm going to check my expansion tank as well. Then I'm going to run the bike and double check it again. Oh no, that's right to the top. I thought it was a little low. I was seeing a reflection. That's full to the top, guys. The expansion tank should be full as well. Don't forget to remove, yep, my expansion tank is full as well. I'm going to fill it right to the top. I'm going to lose a little bit when I run the bike because it is going to expand. But the pressure relief valve will let that go into the overflow. Yeah, I took about an ounce of fluid there, which is going to get lost when I run the bike. It's going to expand and go through the overflow hose. Do not forget to take your hose clamp pliers off. Thank you, Mimi. Wendy's a great helper. She saves my ass. I can taste that crap. It does not taste good. I don't know what they're talking about sweet. That does not taste sweet at all. That stuff tastes like, absolutely like shit. They probably put something in it, right, to make it bitter for the animals. I'm just blowing this out with air because I didn't want crud in my siphon there. It is supposed to fit in here a certain kind of way. Let's see if we can get it back together the way it's supposed to be. That goes like that. This is supposed to go here, but it doesn't. The valve is the other way. I got a different fitting on there. That's what I think is screwing it up. See if I can get that to close. There we go. Everything's in the box. We're all good. All right, guys. I'm going to start putting this bike together now. I'm going to put it back together. I think I'm going to run it. See how it sounds with this booster plug. It's the first time I'm starting it since I did the plugs, coils. Removed the coils and did the spark plugs. I got to go get the key. Let me go get the key. I want to ride this tonight. Going to check for leaks now. I don't know if you can still hear me. This UWM Mic 9 set is great. I'm all the way in my house, in the back of my house. Last time I went all the way out to the street and Wendy could still hear me on it. No, puppy, stay. I'm not going anywhere, baby. Watch out. Puppy, stay, Liberty. Puppy, stay. Daddy's not going nowhere. They're our children. Me and Wendy are mommy and daddy. Our dogs are our kids. We got 3 rescues and we love them like our own children. I put a new battery in here as well. Let me make sure I'm in neutral. I'm not. Now I am. Oh, I also did the final drive fluid. It might not start right away because I had the gas tank disconnected. Yeah, I'm going to die a couple of times. That's idling better. It's running better. That always used to sound like it was misfiring before. I'm not getting that misfire sound. That sounds better than it did, guys. I'm not getting, it used to sound like it was missing. And it does not sound like that anymore. So I think that booster plug was worth the effort. Changing the plugs was worth the effort. And doing the coolant the right way was worth the effort. And I'm sorry I made that mistake, but it's good for you to see it. That's a mistake that can happen. So I like to do shit realistic on this channel. Some people get sick that my videos are so long. But listen, if you got the attention of a flea, the attention span of a flea, I don't know what to tell you. I would rather see a video in real time to give me an idea how long the repair of the project is going to take, and I know what I'm getting into. So take good care of your bikes, guys. They'll take good care of you. Take good care of the ones you love, and take good care of your families, and take good care of yourself. Ride safe out there. I guess I'm going to make a video now of me just putting the body panels and shit together. There are 2 screws that are mystery to me right now, and those are the 2 screws at the bottom of my radiator housing. I don't know what the hell happened to them, and I have to find them, or I'm going to have to go to Max BMW and buy 2 screws for $29.99. That was a joke. Haha. I got to remove this one little camera here because there's a body bracket that goes right here. Over here, there's a little support that goes on here that supports the side piece, side fairing piece. Don't forget to set that right. It's supposed to be like this. Let me show it to you with this camera here. BMW, when they took my bike in on the recalls, twice they had to work on it because the fuel level sensor they put in went bad and they had to replace it again. They always put this in correctly. That's got to be down like this so it can support the side fairing, okay? Make sure that piece is in that position and that rubber bumper supports the side piece, okay? Well, I'm going to get my parts together and start putting this shit back together, guys. I'm going to take a camera break, pick my nose, and scratch my ass. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, power off. Cameras don't listen to me, they don't care. They're very rude. GoPro, power off. GoPro, turn off.